What happened in fall 2005?
Reflections. In fall 2005, I really got involved in MIFA.
In the Murray Independent Filmmaker Association, we worked tirelessly and diligently on pre-production and planning. It was only that sort of great and focused work that would produce the absolute best project.
And we all started working on this project. That's when I met Jesse Gilstrap, another filmmaker. He's made the Sam Hall series. A couple of things that I've been involved in. He's working more recently on series finale and A Love Letter to Myself, which he's going to begin production on soon.
My soul has been hollowed out like a simile left for dead in the steaming desert. Oh, ice cream. I'll be back here later.
I met him. I met Drew McNally. He's actually in Germany now. He was the guy who wrote Reflections. And then I met Jorge Trinchette, who is another filmmaker. He's made a lot of films.
They think it was me.
Horror, suspense, thriller, that's his area.
How did the film Reflections actually, how'd you guys get the idea for it?
We were like, okay, so what do we got? Faculty hall. We got a building for teachers. What do we got? Students. So let's write a short film. Let's make a group short film involving students and this building.
Whoa. You scared the crap out of me.
The controlled environment of Faculty Hall, that building, really allowed us to film on and off different times, different projects, and keep it very controlled. The lighting, everything in a controlled environment. You could film something in the hallway and it looked like, you know, it could be midnight or the middle of the day, and you could tell the audience whatever you want because it's very enclosed. It has a very claustrophobic feel, but also a very clean feel. So it's really good for those kinds of movies: suspense, thriller, horror.
Come on, we gotta get out of here.
So that's when we started working on Reflections. We edited it, we showed it in the film festival that we had, the Murray Independent Film Festival, that we usually have each year, and we're probably gonna have again this year.
So with Reflections, what did you learn about filmmaking?
When we made Reflections, everybody had a vision of what the story was supposed to be. Drew's was the first idea because he wrote it. He had a very specific idea in mind. And then Jorge, who directed it, he had a different idea in mind. And then Jesse had a different idea in mind, and I had a different idea in mind. Jesse's and my idea, we talked a lot about the project on our own. So our ideas were the most similar about how the project should turn out. The project turned out pretty well, but I think it could have been better if we'd learned a little earlier on that 4 directors trying to direct a movie doesn't necessarily work out as well as you'd think. For me, I found it very frustrating too when I'm acting sometimes to want to direct. Those of us who are still involved with MIFA have really learned a lot from the Reflections experience because we've learned to let someone else take control of a project if you know, they're designated to be the person in control of the project. You know, we all started off, we were like, okay, you're the sound guy, you're this guy, you're the director, you're the camera person. That didn't work. Yeah, we're all going to direct Reflections. And the projects we've worked on since then have gone a lot more smoothly because we all are able to allocate roles and are willing to see each other's perspectives more and try to appreciate the different ideas that go into it. Reflections looks decent. It's a 20-minute short. It looks moderately professional, okay? I'm not going to say, yeah, it looks awesome, whatever. The camera was a $3,000 camera that we just happened, a friend of Jeremy's let us borrow. But I really do believe I've gotten just as good looking footage out of my $250 Canon Optera 30. And it's all about how you use it, those settings, the focus, exposure, white balance, few. The thing about Reflections is we got the acting, we got the sound. We learned a lot about sound too. But Reflections was moderately decent and it was totally free to make. So that got me thinking, really you could make a feature film for free, like barring snacks for actors and gas to get to and from your locations. So that's what really got me motivated and thinking.